Hey everybody, I'm Dr. K with Dr. Kareem Samori, and today we're going to discuss the perfect lunge. There are lots of variations of lunges, and weight distribution is going to change slightly with each variation of your lunge. Let's start out by taking a look at the static lunge. First of all, my feet are actually going to be hip width apart or slightly wider. Lots of people end up doing the inline lunge, meaning they're almost heel to toe. It actually decreases your balance and can cause you to crash down on your quadriceps, ultimately leading to a tear. Imagine if I lose my balance in this position, how's my quad going to feel? Well, I could easily create a muscle strain that could set me back for weeks. So make sure you're nice and wide. We're not working core stability here. That happens on other exercises like planks, squats, deadlifts, all that kind of stuff. So, in a static lunge or a split squat, depending on the terminology you're familiar with, my feet are hip width apart or slightly wider. I'm on my toes on my back leg, but don't be deceived. I actually have to shift 70% of my weight to my front leg. From here, I'm just going to drop down, emphasizing bending this knee, even though this one goes for the ride, and then push up by squeezing through my glute. So that you've seen that from the other side, same basic principle. I'm going to shift my weight forward into my front heel, and now bend down, emphasizing bending my front knee, even though my back one's going for the ride, and stand up through my front glute. That's the static lunge. I know you're going to be seeing a greater variety of lunge very soon, but let's take a look at how that changes with a reverse lunge. In a reverse lunge, I'm barely going to toe touch on the way back. So I'm just coming down and back, barely putting any pressure on my back foot at all, standing up through my front glute, actually leaving this leg in the air, and then repeating on the next repetition. Key points to emphasize are no trunk rotation unless that's intended in the exercise. You're going to use your obliques for abdominal stabilization, as well as your multifidi, little muscles on your back that actually work to either counter-rotate your spine, or when working symmetrically to backwards bend or stabilize you in the case of a lunge. Now, as I extend back here, I'm naturally going to activate that multifidus a little bit more, so my other one needs to come on to stop me from rotating in that direction. These are your true core muscles. Remember, a lunge isn't just a lunge. It's working your core. It's working the abdominal musculature it takes to be able to sustain and endure any exercise you want to at any weight you want to. Now, abs are a little tighter on the way down, toe touch on the back leg, glute tight on the way up. But here's a little trick that a lot of people don't know. Squeeze both glutes on the way up. So that you've seen that in reverse, squeeze both glutes on the way up, kind of like pushing your pelvis forward, and you're going to be a lot more stable. When we get into a front lunge, again, all the weight goes to the front leg, and then you push off. Here's a common mistake. A lot of people's knees jut too far forward when they're lunging, ultimately leading to patellar tendonitis and quadriceps tendon breakdown. By the way, patellar tendon and quadriceps tendon are the exact same thing. But as my tibia translates past my toes, or goes forward past my toes, I actually am translating about 90 to 95% of my body's weight directly on this little tendon right here. So I'm simply going to keep my weight shifted back, keeping that knee back and trying to keep in perfect alignment with my ankle the entire time, and then lunge forward. That's why I recommend you usually start with a reverse lunge when you're learning this stuff. Static lunge is not easy to keep that knee back, and a forward lunge is even harder because my weight shifts in that direction, so I have to control for it and press through my heel. A big secret to a lot of lifting success is learning to distribute your weight in your heel. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dr. K, or Dr. Kareem Samori. It's an absolute pleasure to be here with you today in Tyler State Park over here in Bucks County. It's a beautiful water scene, amazing, all the ducks are out, even the little ducklings and everything else, and I thought it'd be the perfect setting to share this information with you. I really hope that you can master the lunge and learn how to take your fitness level to a brand new level. Reach new heights with your fitness level by mastering these single leg or separated movements with hamstring dominance, because that's where a lot of weakness lies. I hope you have a great day.